see what we got here. Oh, we're definitely on. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure having you in. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. You know what I'm saying? Toast to you motherfuckers. I am a spiritual healer. So, as a spiritual healer, the work that I do is that I help other people to become in alignment with the person that they are. Right? So I help you, in other words, to get back to normal. And that normal pretty much is your original state. So that's why a spiritual healer is technically helping you to become spirit and to acknowledge that in you, right? So and then you do so. In other words, I help you to do that by mastering your emotions. But to master your emotion, it means you would have to understand how they are created. You have to understand your emotional pattern. You got to see your emotional blockages too. Only then can you master your emotions, and then at that point you would have to master your mind as well, because you can't talk about self mastery without you being in control of your mind. It doesn't even add up. That's a bad math right there. Mm-mm. That's like against everything. There's no way you're gonna be in control of your life. Yet, you know what I'm saying, other people are controlling you. You know. But anyway, but then for you to do that, you have to understand how your mind is being conditioned. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand the impact of those, I guess, conditions. How you being trained? How you being taught to learn? That's what the thing is. How they, how I mean, that's how they're giving you sight, but they're giving you their sight. They're teaching you how to see life through their reality. That's what to be colonized is. When the colonizer colonize your ass, it changes your perspective into their perspective. That's the idea. They conquer your ass. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, you cannot have self mastery. In fact, that's why I believe Bobby Hammett did say that shit. There's no way for us to do anything without our spirituality. I mean, minus the whole fuck Earth shit. But that is true because you can't have self mastery when you're trying to be like somebody else, man. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. But for you to get to that conclusion, again, you got to master your mind. And that mastery entails, you knowing how the fuck does that shit work. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to dribble this shit. You pass the ball. Oh, this is a ball. Okay, that's what you do with it. So exactly, but you can't do none of it without being, if you're not aware of it. Sorry, if you're not aware of it, so you got to be aware. That's what self mastery is: self realization, knowing thyself, and that's the kind of self that's gonna set you free. Meaning you're gonna be free of limitations. Not looking at life on a whole different perspective. I'm getting way ahead of myself here, but that's what being the spirit is all about. But anyway, so that's that. Definitely a pleasure having you in. That's what I do. So obviously, and if you're coming back, you already know. Get your plate. I'm going in. I ain't even stopping right at this point. Shit, what's up, niggas? Y'all already know. Okay, we're not here to play. You know what I'm saying? We play right here. We're not here to play. We're here to play, play. So, but welcome back. All that good shit. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm always in my emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's how happy I am to see you, baby. So, I got to shoot talk to you for a second. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I haven't posted anything lately. I was in my, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, listen, man, I go with the spirit. You feel me? You got to be obedient, baby. Sometimes they tell you to lay low. Shit. I just lay all the way low, nigga. Did you say what? Nigga, shit. Got you. So salute to all the spirits. With that being said, you know, y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? And I could feel a lot of them are coming through. You know what I'm saying? And I love this too. And I invite them to come through. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know this is gonna be a good talk. You know what I'm saying? So they know, do your thing. So salute. Thank you for coming. You know what I'm saying? Let's do what we do. This is a great gathering at this moment. So, as a spiritual healer, I use spirituality as a tool. That's my tool. That's the medicine I give niggas. And that's the medicine that you're getting right now. So, but the problem is for most people, when we talk about spirituality, you may not know what it is. And I'm not here to insult you, so I'm gonna explain myself to you. I hope we can work it out. So, and I always like to let motherfuckers know, yo, this is what spirituality is. Cause we are transparent over here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to scam you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what you see is exactly what it is. You feel me? I don't know. Am I in the right spot here? Oh man, nigga, you wild. I am right at home. You know what I'm saying? In all dimensions too. So, and we're gonna be talking. Oh man, I'm getting ahead of myself. So spirituality, pretty much, it's just you. It tells your story. You know, um, most people think, it's just a belief system, it's religion, or some people look at it like, oh my God, that's why it's not even part of this mundane life. It's over there. It's not over here. Well, niggas, that is not the case at all. It's right where you are, motherfucker. That's you being a baby. That's you being born. Because everything that we're learning, life lessons and everything, it's telling that story. So spirituality now becomes the manual. That's your manual. It's telling you your story. And the occult, and pretty much what the occultist does, or a spiritual healer, a shaman, however the fuck you want to call it, is giving you a deeper understanding of who you are. That's why in most occult books, or let's just say new age shit, they're telling you you have a subconscious mind, you have a conscious mind. This is to pretty much, help you to start to acknowledge, other aspect of yourself. Then they tell you, you know what? Well, I'll give you one even better. The law of manifestation that so many people are definitely on right now, right? But the law of manifestation, to be honest, it's even greater than what people think it is. Because you're not really questioning yourself. Okay, well, if I could do this, what does that say about me? Who am I? Again, I'm showing you that spirituality is your regular life. And guess what? Like, if you truly understand the law of manifestation, you've been manifesting. It's not like the law of manifestation came out and then, oh, I started manifesting then. Nah, you became more aware of it. That's where the reminder comes in. Remember the time. We're trying to help you to remember who you are. And our ancestors, they left a lot of manuals for us, what you would call your sacred text, or however you want to call it. And that's why we honor them too. You know what I'm saying? We're grateful because they open up the door for us. Because now I know I could do it because so and so did it and gave you the manual too. Then you get into mythologies and all of these things. But the bottom line of what I'm talking about here is your regular life. Your humanity is your spirituality. In fact, this is a great way for me to get into the topic that I'm going to be talking about tonight because I guess the spirit been taking me back to a bunch of shit. First it was mythology, but now, he took me back into the fucking Kabbalion. So now to get back to the law of manifestation before, and I want to make that connection. It's like when we look at the law of manifestation, nobody's really saying what the fuck. I like, you mean to tell me I could do that? Like, niggas are not even asking this. It's like, whoa, wait, you mean to tell me I can do that? So if I can do that, what the fuck does that mean about me? And then I come in and I tell you, seek the kingdom of yourself. Then everything else will be given to you. So if you understand that part alone, whoa, God bless your soul. You're blessed. Congratulations, nigga. You made it. You fucking made it. So when we talking about taking you back to the Kabbalion, then I came to understand. And here's something else too. People talk about the Kabbalion, but they only talk about the laws. But you got to understand the laws came from the Kabbalion, meaning it comes from that living spirit. Those laws are not, I mean, as nothing but your self mastery. That's why when the wise one, once you understand those laws, I mean, you just know yourself. But the idea of understanding each one of those laws is to for you to find self mastery. It's for you to find yourself. So the Kabbalion essentially, it's really, it's a self mastering book. You got to master it. So the spirit took me back on that shit. I'm like, oh, okay. And this is what people are not telling you. It's your survival kit. It's them remembering you, helping you to remember who you are on so many different aspects and levels. Everything is mental. Change your life, change your thoughts, you change your life. And we're not talking about, having an idea, change that idea. I'm talking about change your way of looking at shit. Then you change your fucking life automatically. It's all mental, not just something that's being manifested. It started with a thought. That's beautiful too. That's beautiful too. Outside of that, or in addition to that, it's everything the way you see everything. That's what your world is. You are creating your world. I mean, conscious or unconscious or not conscious, nigga. You are the creator. Then they talk about the law of correspondence to help you to understand, like if you don't understand what's going on inside of you, look in the outside, so that way you can, because they telling you as it is within, so it is without. So therefore, if you don't understand what's going on inside, but you could see what's going on the outside, well, that should tell you the inside ain't doing too well, nigga. Or your inside is doing wonderful. Keep on going. Do you see what I'm saying? I just, it goes either. The bottom line is, it's just a self reflection. It's helping you. It's reminding you, helping you to master this life. Then you have the law of rhythm at this point. It's like the pendulum swings to the right, it swings to the left. Everything that goes up must come down. So that's how you can master your fucking emotion. You may not have money today, but guess what, motherfucker? Maybe some other time you will. Or if you have a lot of money today, well, just remember, man, there are gonna be days, or you have. I'll give you one even simpler than that. You have your business cycles, right? Every businesses know that. You know what I'm saying? Christmas is it's the boomers season, right? So it's swinging. Then after Christmas, okay, things are going back to how they used to be. You know what I'm saying? This is all rhythm. It's giving you a deeper understanding, the Kabbalah, of who you are, a greater inner vision. So now you could have self mastery. And that's what spirit is all about. For you to become that living mind, as the Kabbalion describes it. So, and then they talk about the law of gender. The Kabbalion tells you when you talk about sex, sex is a manifestation of gender. Meaning now I could say, I am a man, but which is, and then, as a man, if you gay, I'll give you a perfect example, or if you're lesbian, whatever the fuck you into, that's when, their sexes, let's just say, or they're manifested as a man, and the other one, or female, or I mean, somebody else is manifested as a female too. So for those two to come together, do you know what they got to do? Use the law of gender, because there's no way two of the same sex can actually come together. That's why they tell you in the Kabbalion the law of gender is not about dick and pussy. Because that's why you'll see one of them got to act like a man. You're going to have your doughboy, or, what I'm saying, you're going to have the men in the relationship, and then you're going to have the female men, what I'm saying, like, he, whatever the fuck, what I'm saying, and then with the same thing goes, and this is all spiritual, nigga. It's all mental. That's why even in gay couple, there's gotta be a masculine, regardless, and there has to be a feminine. One has to be on top of there has, what I'm saying, and I be seeing them lesbians too. Man. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, that's the nigga. Like if you look at what's that girl name? Oh, that boy name, I don't know. That's my dog too, man. I think she came from Brooklyn, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Young something. Because all the niggas are young. All the babies. They just a fucking adolescent culture. It's just crazy. Wow. That's what we're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. Again, this is all mental. It's all spiritual. That's why I'm gonna be talking about, now that pretty much, I mean, everything. I mean, once you understand that, everything makes sense. The Kabbalion talks about, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about. Shit, man, it took me 20 minutes to get into it, but anyway, which is, what I'm saying, they talk about the three great planes. The three great planes involve the physical plane, the mental plane, and the spiritual plane. Nobody's talking about that shit. And that shit is crazy. If you understand that alone, because what they're truly telling you and what that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm getting way ahead of myself here because that is once you that's that's how you truly could see under the veil. That's why I think like this is very important. When you understand what illusion is, that's why they tell you once you get to know the truth, like this, you know what I'm saying? And that's why the prestige. Oh my God, man. That's one of my favorite shit. That's a body of work. That's a genius body of work. You know, then you when you get to know the truth, man, nothing matters. If you know how a magician does his magic, you're not gonna be impressed. It means nothing. That's how the truth sets you free. So when they talk about those different there's three physical plane, but they're also the Kabbalions also letting you know that they don't look at the physical plane or matter as in matter in itself. That's another way of telling you your spirituality, your humanity is your fucking spirituality. Oh, we're gonna go deep into this one because the Kabbalion, and it's free by the way, it's on public domain. Check it out because this is telling you about you. So you should understand by now that spirituality is not something you want to sound cute. It's like I'm not talking about this just to be cute. This is your life. This is my life. This is my true reality, motherfucker. How does this shit does it concern me? Whereas everything that concerns me, this shit is everything that concerns me. That's why your devotion, you know what I'm saying, you should it's for you to know who you are. That's the name of the game down here. For you to know who the fuck you are. How else would you make this a pleasant experience? How else would you be in control? In other words, you lost. Those are the lost sheep, man. Don't worry. That's why the spiritual masters are here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our ancestors did too, knowing how you may be able to get lost down here and pretty much left you all of those clues, understandings. You know what I'm saying? The occult, mythology, their statues, all of that shit is talking to you. Well, once you get to understand the language, once you get to see the energy too. So, in so many words, just like in the Kabbalion, when they talking about those physical plane, they're not referring. In fact, if you truly understand okay, the Kabbalion calls science like the modern science, like the material science, and I love that term too. Now, quantum physics, which is part of the material scientist, or you may say they're a little more evolved, or however the fuck you want to. It's still part of this shit. They telling you matter, like the shit that you're looking at, that's not moving, like a car, whatever the fuck. That shit is nothing but condensed energy. In other words, they telling you this is not even a material world, and that's what the Kabbalion is telling you too. They don't look at matter as matter in itself, but they understand matter, or those three planes, is nothing but different vibration. That's why in the law of vibration tells you nothing rests, everything vibrates. There's energy. When you talk about your crystal, right? You have a crystal. Well, there's vibration in it. That's how you could tell this crystal, you do this with that, you do that with that, whatever the fuck, because of the vibration that it pretty much gives out, I guess, or projecting. That's what magic is. Do you see what I'm saying? Magic is just you dealing with energies. Do you see what I'm saying? It's part of your life. It's your regular shit. People who are doing spells, they're casting this shit in the ether, so it comes to you. It's all mental. That's why if you don't have self mastery, that's how they're able to put you under a spell. It's not you. You know what I'm saying? But if you, spells can't have nothing on you. Because you. It's always gonna go back to the sender. Like oh, right back. If you know, you know. But all of this different aspect of you, it's only showing you that there is more to you than just your physical part. It's telling you to vibrate higher, because we already know the physical is not as physical as we know, because it's all energy, right? But when you know what I'm saying, it's vibrating at the lowest frequency. So when you're talking about those different planes, in general, in fact, we should even, the Kabbalion described the plane to you too. Those different plane that they're talking about, right? The physical plane, the mental plane, the spiritual plane. He's breaking. They oh well, they. I mean, it's written by three. Well, whatever the fuck. Hold up, nigga. Play it. Let me get my shit. Get my shit, nigga. Come on now. You know I gotta fit the spirit, man. Stop playing. So we were talking about playing. You know what I'm saying? So you ought to ask yourself, are we talking about, you know what I'm saying? Because I may tell you have to be on that plane, right? But I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold up. Getting ahead of myself. Let's slow it down. Let me rewind the selector. Now, you may want to ask yourself when we're talking about plane, is it an actual location? Or is it a condition, a way of thinking, a way of looking at things? Do you see what I'm saying? Because when we're talking about, I mean, obviously, I'm getting ahead of myself too. Well, yeah, it is obvious. Let's bring it back. So now we're talking about planes. We're talking about, I mean, it's you got to talk about dimension as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Because when you're talking about plane, and here's something else too, dimension has different meanings in different dimensions too. For instance, generally speaking, when you talk about dimension, you might be talking about the length, the heights, you know what I'm saying? But you also understand, like when we talk about the 3D, the 4D, those are different dimensions. In other words, we are referring to different plane, but they are all the same. That's why they understand, like what you call it, the spiritual plane. Then you talk about your angels, your guides, or certain type of deities. They're all vibrating on that level. There's a different vibration. And as you start to vibrate higher too, you'll be able to vibrate with these motherfuckers. That's how you can channel them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to reach them. You know what I'm saying? That was on me. Yo, that right there, that was on me. I just that was a giveaway. Have it. But now let's get back to what we were talking about. So now when we're talking about playing, now even not even playing, let's get back to dimension. We know it's a little more than you could say, it's closer, let's just say, to a condition or a state of mind. But at the same time, you know it's a little more than that. And that's what the Kabbalion is showing you. It's telling you. I mean, they say it in there, you know what I'm saying? However the fuck they say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what the fuck they said, nigga. I'm saying my way. Again, I do recommend the Kabbalion. It's free. I mean, but you're gonna have to be just like they say. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I mean, that alone is just like it's wisdom, even from like the fucking very first line or sentence. That alone is mind blowing to me. I should say to me. But when you know what you know, it's like it's incredible because you got to see beauty in you to see beauty, and that shit's beautiful to me. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, to get back to dimensions, that's where we're saying the 3D. So you're saying this because you acknowledge energy. Because when you talk about matter, if you understand anything about, they're saying it's condensed energy. So therefore, they talking about, what I'm saying, really vibration. There's no energy without a certain level of vibration. And that's why the Kabbalion talks about the law of vibration too. Everything vibrates. So the occult, Ben knew like this shit is just an illusion, not fake, an illusion. That's why we call it 3D. Meaning in this dimension, that's the level of vibration. But for you to attain or to go to the higher dimensions, you have to raise your energy, your life force, your consciousness. You got to have a better understanding of what the same reality that you're looking at. It's the same life, man. That's why, as a little boy, it was the same shit that was taking place around you. But you had a little boy understanding and consciousness. So, therefore, you had to see shit like little boys. But that doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, when you were a little boy, there wasn't no real shit going, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would still grind. Come on, nigga. But that's the state of mind you were in. Then you had to grow. Now you synchronizing with what's been taking place. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm getting so much shit too. I just gotta, y'all niggas gotta slow me down. Slow down, niggas. The spirit's coming through like a motherfucker. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why they say too. You know what I'm saying? You manifested yourself down here. You had to. There's no other way you're gonna be down here. And of course, the manifestation is done through. That's all part of your manifestation. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to know how you're gonna get here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why they tell you don't worry about it. Just know you want it, you'll get it. Then you came down to earth just like Arnold and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's a Terminator, butt naked. He made the jump. He landed down here. All right, well, let's do the work. You got to remember who you are. Again, this goes to show you, it's just different planes. But when we're talking about planes, I'm sorry, it's different level of vibration. So when you talk about the 3, the 4D, the 5D, it's elevation. So it's nothing but pretty much, you raising your vibration. At in this level, this is how it vibrates down here. I'm saying this to say the minute you start looking at this, that's why a lot of people don't truly understand what quantum physics is saying. Because if you get that, that alone should change your reality. You mean to tell me what I'm looking, nigga? I see that shit. It's not what it is. Well, that's what the fucking illusion is. That's what an illusion is. When you see a magician performing a magic act, yeah, you see it, but you know that's not what it is. That's why you have those hunch, those intuition. That's why the first Matrix was accepted. You know there's something more to you than this reality. You know it. Well, the first Matrix, that's where the collective consciousness was at. That's why you lost in the fucking second Matrix, which is the best one. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the Steve Harvey book, Think Like a Man, those bitches were already thinking that way. That's why this shit went motherfucking national, whatever the fuck. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That shit worked out. That's what marketing does. They look for what you're looking for, but you don't know yet. Or you can't find a way of saying it. That's why a good catch comes in. Get these motherfuckers. But if you truly, let's just say hypothetically, you truly in your femininity, and then you hear the title of Think Like a Man, you will be insulted. What? Fuck out of here. Can you imagine a book that comes out telling men think like a lady? Yo, I want you to think like a bitch, bro. You already shit. Niggas already telling you you're a bitch for acting like a bitch. Then you gonna tell a nigga to act like a bitch? Well, granted, they are telling you that though. Also, that is out there too. That's what the whole mind control is about, right? They're telling you to act like a bitch, but they're not telling you being a bitch though. That's different. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why they are telling you that, but they're not saying it that way. It cannot be said that way. Oh, it's all mental, baby. Shit, Nick. We're in fucking alignment here. So for you to have self mastery, it's impossible. Like, so I mean, come on, man. It doesn't make sense. That's why people who know who they are, they don't follow the crowd. You can't. It's not designed that way. You're not gonna. I mean, if somehow me following myself leads me, let's just say, to where the fuck it leads me, nigga, oh shit, why the fuck would I not take it? Well, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly who I am, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't let your accomplishment fools you. I did that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how you still master your craft. It's an ongoing process too. Come on, man. We win or we learn. You know what I'm saying? You always winning. You may not see it. It's okay. That's how you got to reach that state of mind. But anyway, here's something else. As I was talking about those different level of vibration, is that the seven hermetic principles also applies. They shadow each other. When our, that's how our ancestors was able to learn from nature, and they tell you that too. The same principles that applies to nature also applies to men. What does that mean? Well, let's get into it, motherfuckers. If you're a farmer, you can only dig what you plant. Well, you rip what you sow, right? And nature shows you that. Again, that's also related to the law of correspondence too. As it is within, so it is without. So I'm showing you the connection that exists in all of those different worlds to all together. I hope you can get that because that's how I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to project that. I'm trying to get you to see it that way, baby. Then you would understand. That's why the triple, double entendre entendre. That's how you motherfuckers say it over here. I get it, but it is a French word. Like you hear one thing two or three different ways. So you hearing it in different levels at different vibration. Come on, man. Those different planes, they shadow each other. So when you see in nature, if you're a farmer, you do that. Guess what? In your own life, if you don't do for yourself, you think you're gonna get something, bro? You might be a scammer. You could steal other people's shit because you got nothing to give. You see what I'm saying? You're like you killed yourself. That's suicide. Oh my God, don't do that. Know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't neglect you. And that's what we do as a spiritual healer, helping you to remember who you are. telling you these things, helping you, but I can only show you the door. You got to walk through it though. I already done the work for you, nigga. You just got to acknowledge it. And that acknowledgement is going to come with you doing the work yourself as well. Oh, we're speaking in different layers too here. So when we're talking about those different planes, the physical, the mental, and the spirit, it's got to come in alignment. They are in fucking alignment, but you got to raise up to it, acknowledge it. You have to raise your vibration. That's why the Kabbalion also tells you too. When you if you master the law of vibration, you got a power here that you don't even fucking know. Or you do know. You certainly do know. But you master a lot. And I get it. It's all about vibration. When you master the law of vibration, you master everything else. That's on me too. You only gonna get two, baby. I already gave one away. This is the second one, and that's also in the Kabbalah, in the fucking Kabbalion too. So I mean, shit, Nick, you got to go get that one though. I ain't gonna repeat myself on that one. So what we really talking about here, those different planes. That's why in the Kabbalion they tell you, they don't look at matter as it is matter in itself. Everything is part of the all. So I'm saying this to say, like they don't look at matter in a sense of, as something that is separate or that has a separate existence. When you look at duality, duality has two poles. They're telling you there's two different existence. That's why you have your fight clubs. There's two existence. In African based spirituality, we're telling you it's polarity, meaning they're all one. We acknowledge the two, but they're all one. There's no fight between them. Your emotions has to come together with your intellect. They don't go against one another. You know how niggas be saying, you know what I'm saying, the flesh is weak? Shit, maybe there's something you need. I'm just saying. But if you have a stronger mind, yeah, that's how you gotta. That's the power of discernment, isn't isn't it not? But most importantly, that's they gotta work together. You gotta raise that your frequency too. That's how you change your DNA. But if you're approaching it as fucking enemies, well, good luck. You're not gonna work well with your fucking enemies, bro. If you're gonna collab with somebody, even to make the best music, y'all gotta muse together, right? Y'all gotta fuse. Y'all gotta become one. You know what I'm saying? Artists fucking understand that shit. That's why they always talk about energy. Like, yo, we could do this together because it could fuse together. I know. You let me know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all of that is being said because there's so many different. If you understand that, it opened up so many different doors. Then you would understand. I'll give you a perfect example. At this point, you understand those different plane, how they interact or shadow one another. It's all one. That's how you're able to pass through the see through the veil, meaning through the fucking illusion. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I know who I am. That's why your spirituality, you gotta materialize your spirituality. But anyway, I think I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna have a part two, where because I feel like that foundation is actually needed before I even get into the. So I'm gonna call this. This is gonna be, I guess, the three great plane part one. Part two will be coming out, motherfuckers. Aishin. Bow. Mali. Till next time.